Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you're having a grand week. So I have made something using the new Wildwood's Tavern, and also finally got a chance to play around with the Pitt scaffolding set, which is, oh my god, so good. Of the two, just too long didn't read, the Pitt scaffolding set is incredible and has so much utility. Get it. I think it's not even very expensive. Definitely still on the Atom Store if it's something you would be keen on. It's grand, absolutely adore it. You're going to see me gushing over walls. I like making walls. I like making big, junky walls. So I had a vision in my head for this. And before we kind of jump into giving you a tour, let me show you where I am. So I've built here, I think it was the video before last, just south of Vault 51. The reason being is this tavern is quite large, so you are going to struggle to place it in many areas. I can already envision an area down here. I always forget where it is. There's a big flat area I've built on before, kind of aroundish here, I think. That would be another good one. But yeah, this is the kind of the area I chose because it's kind of deceptively flat. It's right next to the path as well, so it kind of suits the whole, you know, actual tavern. There are these cultists, which I slaughtered before the video, but I think I had to get to out here before I aggroed them, so you're pretty good. You know, you can spawn in and murder them if you are so inclined. I've also opted for an evening tour for this one, so it'll get dark, because I think certain prefabs tend to look really weird, especially on the top floors during the day. I don't know why that is, just the way the lighting doesn't fully mesh in the interior. They look really, really nice at night. So let's have a butcher's at my walls, because, oh, they're so good. So as you can see, what I wanted to do was turn these into kind of fortressy walls. The idea being the scaffolding bits, and then just put the walls in front, and it just, oh, it looks so good. Let me just give it a tour. These walls are just amazing. Oh, I have maxed out, give or take, like one stash box, my build limit for this one. So to be frank, I could probably decorate the inside kind of a quarter again and make it a lot busier, but I think because I used so much on the walls of the exterior, it means that they're not as busy as I'd like. But just as an FYI, if you're wondering kind of how much build budget this has taken, basically all of it. I think that sign there is actually the final bit that I almost forgot. God, look at these. You can get them like all the junk really close to these things. To be honest, I'll probably use these kind of wall design again, and possibly with a smaller prefab. I'm already thinking. Let me jump forward so you can see. I'm already thinking maybe like I've got all of the prefabs, so it is what it is. But for example, like the Firewatch Tower with these kind of walls, I mean that, but I think the Firewatch Tower especially, or even just Wildwood Den, something smaller like that where you need to decorate one room, I think will really mesh well with these. But oh, looks so good. Oh, so satisfying. I do have like literally everything that's ever been on the Atom Store, but then have been playing since release. If you don't, you can sub them out with other stuff, or to be honest, just use the basic defense pieces that come with the thing. Also check out maybe little plants here. I completely forgot I had these hubcap flowers, so I made a little. I was going to make a bit more of a bigger garden, but then I ran out of build budget. Sad face. Anyway, let's pop inside. Close the gate. You weren't raised in a butt. Fucking close the gate, you little prick. Close the gate. I've disabled the HUD so I can't see. So one thing to note with this, be very careful when you're scrapping stuff. I didn't risk it, but I'm very concerned that some people might accidentally scrap this entire structure and lose everything on the inside. I didn't even try it to see if it's possible. My recommendation would be to attach stairs and doors straight away. That usually stops you from being able to scrap a lot of things. So just as an FYI, but if you're not sure, just make sure that you pay attention to what you're pointed at and scrapping. Don't just quickly scrap stuff on the inside because you might disable the structure. One thing as well, generally I had no trouble with this. There are a few structures that I had to use a kind of a blueprinting kind of method to get them in, where, you know, I put like a small item in front and then the item there, and then I blueprint and push them in. I think it's just certain items have a different mesh and they wouldn't let me place. So this, that, and the other one, that one, I couldn't place very close, but all the boxes and everything else was fine. So just for whatever reason it had a bit of a hissy fit. Before I get in the inside, so the scaffolding pieces, this walkway here doesn't need to be snapped to anything. It's, I think, the only effective stair piece that doesn't actually need to be snapped to a foundation. That is a complete game changer, and I can see this making many people happy for getting up to ramps and things. It can't be sunk into the ground as low as I'd like, but it can basically go, I think, about half the height almost. So, yeah, loads of flexibility. Oh, loves it, loves it, loves it. Right. Oh yeah, that evening lighting is grand. It comes with this door, which I don't know if it can fit other doors. I only put this one on. I would have made this bar a lot busier, but I like the design of this bar, and I might just use it for something else in the future. It's just a shame that it's not as busy as I'd like. Also, normally this place is a lot noisier, but obviously I've turned all the radios off. The man's there, however, is just having a cheerful shake, which I like. So here's the thing. I always find when I'm decorating these prefabs how I always have too many rooms. So I'm actually kind of happy-ish with how this room turned out. Again, I just wish it was more cluttered. This was actually inspired by my utility shelter. But in the same vein, I kind of wish it only had 2. I always feel that, like, 3 rooms for a prefab, I'm like, well, what am I going to do with that? But it is what it is. Close the fucking door. Say hello. You're going to close... Thank you. It might be. I have a sneaking suspicion the reason what it's doing is it's trying to select the prefab. And the rooms are quite a nice size, and I think if you don't put as much time and effort into the walls, you could easily, if I didn't have those walls to such an ostentatious degree, you could easily fill these out quite nicely. There we go. Look, I can close doors, everyone. And you also have, kind of like flat surfaces here. And again, like, to be honest, with the exception of a few instances, like down in this little outside bit there, I had no issue placing anything whatsoever. So yeah, really, really good, fairly decent prefab. I would say really, really good. Fairly decent prefab. Well designed. But to us, the highlight is just these, these scaffolding pieces. Oh, what a game changer. Oh, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. So yeah, let me know what you guys have done with both, actually. Close the fucking gate. There we go. Because I know Darth Leon did a fairly decent one and had the same struggles as me with kind of like, okay, where the hell do I actually place this massive thing? But I haven't seen many other people's kind of tavern builds. But also, let me know what you think of these scaffolding pieces. They're still available in the Atom Store if there's something you do want to pick up. I would recommend it if you've got the spare because they are really good and you're probably going to be seeing them a lot in my builds going forward. So I think I'm going to make a slightly smaller one or maybe one with just a kind of a 1-bedroom prefab on the inside because I think will look really, really cool. I might even actually just scrap that building and just replace it with Watchtower. I haven't decided yet. But they're going to give you quite a lot of freedom. I guess maybe it would be nice if there were thinner versions of them that were maybe 1 tile thick. I think that would possibly be the only thing I'd change. But other than that, gorgeous, loves it. It's always nice that we're still getting unique and interesting stuff on the Atom Store. And to us, with the Pit, even though I'm maybe not a big fan of kind of the new... the Pit content. I've been just playing the game a bit too much. I do like the fact that the themed content is really on brand and also has given me just kind of fun shit to play with. Because it's so big, I can't actually put a nice little picky. Oh, there we go. And you can bugger off. Let's give you a nice little. Oh, you absolutely love to see it. Oh, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Loves it. Anywho, right, I'm going to stop admiring my own handiwork. I might even remove this now and replace it with a towel so I can decorate more stuff. We will see. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of the week. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. We are currently streaming. I'm going to finish off Alien Isolation, but we've also been streaming a little bit of Fallout 3, if that's your bag and want a bit of a nostalgia run. I'm probably going to have to finish Alien Isolation first, then do Fallout 3, but then we can kind of dedicate a bit more time to Fallout 3, and it should be quite grand. I have been realising how much harder it is compared to Fallout 4 and 76, though. Good God, Super Mutants are sponges. Anywho, I love you all. Take care.